Thank you so much. So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's meeting. We have an unexpected urgent meeting with the headquarters. So, we are attending that. President is attending that. I just came out to be part of you for a few minutes and go back. An important issue related to criminal prosecutions and other doctor violence issues have been discussed or updated by the headquarters to the state branches and the local branches with concern that with the introduction of the new BNS system of criminal laws, there has been a lot of concern and panic among the doctors. So IMA headquarters wanted to update on the status and how to go about. That's what is the discussion going on. So coming back to today's meeting, welcome you all. As a secretary, I take this opportunity to welcome you all for today's meeting. We're going to start the meeting with IMA prayer. ಭಾರತೀಯ ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ಸಂಘದ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋವಿನಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ದುಃಖದಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸೆ ಆಮಿಷಗಳನ್ನು ಮೀರಿ ಗುಣಪಡಿಸುವವರು ನಾವಾಗಲಿ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್, IMA ಚಿರಾಯುವಾಗಲಿ. Thank you, everybody. I think it's an important meeting as we discussed with Dr. Jaspal sir. Actually, it's a wonderful software that has been brought in for the usage by our members, by the digital committee, and the good work need to reach out to everybody. And whatever the concerns we need to take into consideration, address them, and as quickly as possible, it should be uniformly used. The software for at least IMA Karnataka state branch members. If there is any concern, now we also know that there are a lot of products available in the market, maybe little finer ones, maybe a little bit sophisticated, but telling them what really matters and how our software can be much useful at a much reasonable rate will going to make difference. I think what is important at this point is to discuss, sort it out, and what requires basically good publicity and marketing to reach everybody. I think that today's meeting is going to take up the issues, discuss, and then suggest what we should do from IMA KSP to reach out to our members. So with this, I would like to thank each one of you for attending this meeting. I pass on to Dr. Jaspal Singh sir. Sir, it's over to you. Thank you so much.
Sir, thank you very much, Karunakar sir. Thank you very much for your briefing and the introduction given. We'll start with the meeting now, sir. Good evening, everybody. I from the digital committee welcome you all who have joined us for today's meeting. I welcome our speaker, Mr. Vittal Mukha sir, who has joined us from California, who will be also talking about on the fundamentals of migration, plus the software and hardware requirements, which are going to be of basic guidelines for all the hospitals to have this software. Now, I also take this opportunity to welcome our past president, Dr. Yoganand Reddy sir, Dr. Madhusudan Karignur sir, Dr. Pawan Patil, who is our vice president, Karnataka state branch, and all the members, Dr. Naz madam, who is the past vice president.
Doctor's Day.
Pardon? Yes, sir. And a happy Doctor's Day to all. I would request all the members who joined us, Dr. Mahesh Karigodar sir, Dr. Nagraj sir, Dr. Anuradha Parmesh ma'am, and Gaddi Divagar sir, Naz ma'am, Professor Dr. Utture sir, Shivkumar Utture sir has also joined. I welcome Dr. Shivkumar Utture sir, who's from the national headquarters, who has joined us for today's meeting. I now request Dr. Vittal sir to continue this meeting on migration fundamentals. Now the mic is to Dr. Vittal sir. Vittal sir, you can take on over the platform, sir.
Yeah. Sir, thank you, Dr. Jaspal, and then happy Doctor's Day, and thank you for giving this opportunity, and then good evening and welcome to the meeting. Which we have been doing it every month, once a month, and I would like to give a short, brief overview. What is that we had in the past, and then this is my second demonstration in this IMA committee. So the previous meeting was more about, what is the benefits of, um, having digitalized system in the hospital or the clinic. So we spoke about how it could improve your decision, and then how you could enhance the patient experience, then reducing certain errors, and then of course for some it's going to be little cumbersome, for some it's going to benefit. But what we have seen from last 20 to 30 years of digitalization processes, that certainly it brings process in place. And then it also gives a room to think about how am I going to do for this month or next month or in the future, 6 months, 1 year. And then if there is any change in the dynamics of the so-called healthcare industry, then every hospital and the clinic, they don't have to spend much time. Say for example, a compliance part from the government of India, which is ABDM, they're making it mandatory. So whether are we really ready? Is your vendor is ready or not? And then what kind of preparedness that has to exist from the hospital owner or from the clinic owner, so that you don't get into unnecessary administrative issues from the the Ministry of Health or whatever is the compliance authoritative body. Okay, this is what we just discussed last discussion, and I wanted to bring it up because this is in continuation with what is that I'm going to speak. So last presentation we ended about what are the benefits, what are the pros, what are the cons, and what's a kind of a staff, how are they going to cope up with a digitalization process, all that we discussed. Today is a very, very critical. Today's agenda is I have three things. Okay. So, what is that I am going to think through whenever I want to move from one vendor to another vendor? Okay. This has been a kind of question hovering around healthcare industry for last 40, 50 years. It's not just in India, it's everywhere else. Say a vendor comes in and they would say, hey, I have a very good prescription, and then I have got something very niche in certain area. So everybody flock around and then accepts that particular solution at that point of time and adapts it. So the ERP in the hospital or wherever it is, it's like a octopus. It starts growing the requirement one by one, and then at some point of time, it's not only healthcare industry, it's everywhere. In case if we have to move from one version to another version, or from one vendor to another vendor, where there is a kind of an effort, there is a kind of a commitment from vendor side as well as the customer side, then what is that I need to think about? Am I in a path wherein the mitigation of the migration effort will it exist, or I would have been spending much more time, or most of my customer I come across, sir, your product is good, but I'm already using it for so many years, so certainly it is as good as saying I cannot move. I am stuck with it. So that is how it is. And they're right, they're wrong as well. So nothing is permanent, even including me as well. I'm not saying that, okay, doc choice is an ultimate heaven to be in, but always a proper planning is required around the migration. So I will be talking about that part from the compliance perspective, from the hospital owner perspective, and from the vendor perspective. So this is what I will be speaking upon. And there is a small requirement on the infrastructure as well. That is how you want to keep your hospital or a clinic, what kind of tools that you are going to use, what kind of electronic gadgets, you know, um, uh, just best practices. It's nothing like a hard and fast rule, because, there is a monetary impact. So we can always look at that. Okay. And the third is, having you picked up, so many electronic gadget and you have moved to a new vendor, what is that you are to think about your cyber security as well. Whenever we have our own house, we think about locking our back door, locking on the side door, locking our garage door, and then the gate and the front door, whether everything is perfect or not, windows, how safe it is. All that we talk about our house when we want to live with it. Same way, I would talk about what is that you're going to do, because the security has been quite questionable during any day. Say for example, you buy a router, a simple router. A router has got an inbuilt mechanism where somebody can access your router as well. How do you secure it? And we need to really look at various points how kind of a cyber security can be thought about, and then with a lesser cost, with an economical and robustness keeping in mind. So these are the three agenda. I would not take much time. I would want to keep it very, very short. Okay. So coming on to the first one, the best practice is I want to know about my own house. What is it? Say for example, I want to, because I'm dealing with the patients. So my key data point is patient demographics. Okay. So every time somebody walks into your hospital or a clinic, it's very, very important that you actually keep a record of it. And I have a request from other countries wherein somebody walks by the clinic, they want to give a card so that the card will have a Bluetooth RFID. So somebody walks by, somebody comes in, gets out of the clinic as well without talking to anybody. So those things also the hospital management wants to know about it, because they came, they looked at the rush and they went away. So that is the key. If I look at it, the people who are there waiting for you, that's fine. The people who came and then they got turned back, or the people who thought about visiting you but did not come, or they picked up the phone and they did not really happen to come to your place. Those are the real demographics that you have to keep in mind. So that's a that's where you can know about your own data. That's a very key parameters about having a control on the patient demographics, periodically assess. And of course you would be doing it in your own terms, like who have come, who have not come, all that is happening. But technology will help you to make it much more easier. Okay, that's the first point. Second point is clinical information. That is, how much amount of clinical information that you want to keep it. That is, you have been using it for some time, some other product, but certainly how much information that you want to move it over, like for last 11 years, I want to keep only the chief complaint, what was the diagnosis, what is the prescription that I've given, or whatever the lab test that was done. So these kind of information is what I would say would be better off to know your data. Okay. And the second is every hospital comes out with a lab. Okay. So lab information is also a critical parameter. Why do I need this? If I go to an hospital and ask, hey, how am I doing it? Then, hey, last 10 years back, this was your, whatever the report, like creatinine, CBC, or, EKG, whatever it is. So it's just like a cursory glance. Then that makes me comfortable saying that, hey, I'm in a good hands. Okay. And this cannot beat any marketing activity. I would certainly disagree with anybody saying me, hey, this hospital is good, that hospital is good, whatever it is. So if that means if I feel the hospital is thinking about me, then I'm in the right place. That is where I always keep a tab on, how am I thinking about my customer? The same way holds good for you as well. If I don't think about every customer that I have, certainly it's like, ಸರ್ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಸರಿಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗೆ ಹೀಗೆ, ಆಲ್ that comes up. So that are the key information that you would hold. And of course, inpatient, anyway, you will keep inpatient files as a physical files. I see a big room always allocated in a particular place. All that is happening. So inpatient information becomes very key parameters as well, not only from an medical legal purposes, but also when you break the conversation about the patient, you will know, this patient had come to you like 5 years back, 10 years back, got admitted for an, sunstroke, got admitted for something else, urinary tract infection, or maybe abdomen pain or whatever it is. So that bringing back that information certainly, again reconfirms your point saying that, the doctor is thinking about me. That is what I'm feeling happy feel about it. And this is what the corporate hospitals are always looking at. They bring in the information about the patient even during the talk itself. The receptionist who is nowhere near clinical information talks to you by pushing your, wheelchair and ask the patient, pa ellidri last time, ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, all that information, they're going to put it in. So that is the one which you already have it. So that's where I want to keep bring up saying that what kind of data that you want. And of course, pharmacy information, if you own a pharmacy or if you have a pharmacy store itself, this is something which will help you how you want to manage your inventory, how you want to reduce your inventory which is lying on the shelf for a longer time. And all that is what is, monetary impact. Yes, you have a pharmacy store which is helping the patient, but at the same time you will have to manage it from the monetary aspect. Whether are you holding an inventory which has not been moved at all, or you just want to get away from that particular brand or whatever it is, that information is critical as well. Then, of course, the very important part I put it last year is the compliance requirement. So these days, local authority and the government authority are very stressed upon, how are we doing from ABDM? ABDM is just a kind of a messenger wherein it will connect, your information within a government authority saying that, okay, this patient has come, this is an outpatient, this is an inpatient, this was the diagnosis, this was a medication, and this was what was done for the patient in case if it is a surgery or a delivery report. They are doing it right now, which is kind of not organized well, but each one submits a report separately every time. OBG doctor reports it separately, then surgery gets reported separately. So all that is what I have actually made it from our software that we take care of this as well. So that means you will have to choose your own data upkeeping, which vendor can do this. It's not just the doc choice, it could be anybody. So how are we doing it from various perspectives? So these are the some few things, but of course I have not put in how much time you spend for from your PRO, or how is that information that you are getting it from the local groundwork team about patient engagement. That part I have not kept it up, but of course that falls under patient demographic details as well. So before I move to the next slide, anything else, sir, from anyone that I could address, or I can go to the next slide?
Sir, I think you continue with your next slide. At the end, we'll take up questions.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, right.
So now I spoke about, the best practices. The second part about my migrational activity is it's a data. Always, the data is the key. That means, whatever I deal with, say it could be my house, it could be a small family event, it could be in a marriage, it could be in a anything, right? So then it's very very critical that what is that existing information that I have, what is my current data that I have with somebody else. Or it could be Doc Choice, it could be InstaHealth, it could be HealthPlex, DocOn. There are around 50 to 60 different kinds of popular products available across India. But still, as a owner, you own the data. Data is not owned by anybody else. It's not in a tech company that is owning the data, that they are owning the data, provided that there is no proper monetary or legality signed up with them. So the vendor can give you free, that's fine, but for that freeness, you're losing something else. Okay. So that is what we have to be careful. Always you sign up for something free, that means you are also signing up to give away something. It may not be monetized at that point of time, and but later on it's going to be different. Like it's just like an election. During the election you have so many freebies, so it has got its own impact. And similarly, a new shop opened up and they come up with a discount, that has its own take. It could be good, it could be pretty good, it could be average, or it could be bad as well. So I'm not getting into that too much. But from your perspective, from a hospital owner perspective, knowing your own data, what is that I am going to keep up in my hospital, that's the key part. Like, how am I planning for next 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years? Because your healthcare industry right now, it so far, like last 50 years, it was little stagnant, but now things are getting changed in every country. After COVID, it's moving pretty fast. Every country is trying to digitalize. Every country is trying to make legal compliance. So there are so many aspects to it. So it's better that you keep the ownership of your current data. Make sure that the clause is very much there in whichever vendor you are trying to sign up with. That is what it is. And then second is, it's not about the data, it's about the protection also. So protection of the data is the key part. That is, say for example, patient demographics. Of course, you have in a Privacy Act which will really protect everyone to safeguard their data, but still there are some breaches. But from your perspective, it's one of the key point. That is how much steps that you have taken in order to protect based on the Privacy Act. It's all about legality, sir. When somebody goes to the court and if they ask you, hey, what is that you have done for your data protection? So then you can always say that, okay, I have signed up an agreement with this company, for something, or this is my, SLA with this company which manages my hospital system. All this are the real key points uh, which would come into action, maybe not now, or maybe not in next couple of years, but next few years certainly it's going to be brought up. And everybody are very careful about various acts that have been passed, and then this is going to play a pretty good role in the market. And then you also know what are the various MLC points. Like somebody comes in with an accident, you have a small flag MLC, then you would take that file to an MLC department, then you have a number range for that, you register there and you upkeep that file for next 11 years, because you never know when the court is going to ask you to come and present this case or whatever it is. So that also you spend less time with the vendor and make sure that those information are maintained well. And of course you can use technology to store it. Having a proper technology in place, you would spend less, make it economical. You don't have to have a huge pile of files, and then of course a room, all that is what you need to think about. And always the next point is the data conversion plan, right? You always have a team which will be very critical in terms of how they have understood your data, that is your patient demographics, your clinical, your lab, your inpatient, and then the pharmacy information, etc., etc. So these things are critical. So you have a team all the time, not dependent on one person, and it has to depend on the process. And then if you want to move from one person to another, from one vendor to another vendor, then what's your data mapping? How is your conversion plan? Whether you can do it in Excel, make sure that accuracy of that conversion is very much there, and all that. And the last is, I feel the last point is a very, very critical part, because, I see most of the hospitals are like reactive. That is, hey, somebody asks for discount, then yes, you're going to give a discount and done deal. And, you have billed once, you have given a discount, sir, the discount entry ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, it's okay. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ. So that is fine. So that adjustment, right, that is happening in every nook and corner, because the system is not smart enough, or it's not easy enough to use, or something, right? Laziness, or maybe staff is not correct. There is no time at that point of time, and then we are so busy. All that is happening. So completeness of the data is the key. That is, if you know walk in a patient into your place, then you have a blank paper, you fill it in, you actually record the chief complaint, you also talk about prescription, you talk about diagnosis, etc. But you're making that sheet complete. That is, the doctor is very meticulous in writing down what is that he's trying to put in on the paper. So same way, you have to make sure that whatever you maintain in the system is complete. Otherwise, it may not be really useful at all. Like, I have a patient information, I have a clinical information. If both of them are not together, somewhere maintained it correctly, then they become a junk. Okay. So that is what, even for example, a file as well. So that is where I want to stress on, make sure that you complete, like, you know, it's just like in a construction of the house. We do everything. We don't paint, or we don't do a plaster in the front, or whatever it is. So it's just that completeness is very much key, so that whenever a patient walks in next time, you have that complete data to talk about. Of course, memory plays a key role, but it's revolving around the individual person. So it's, you want to put a process in place. So I would always stress upon the completeness of the data. So this is some of the few things that I stress upon on the migration. It's one is, make sure that whatever you have signed up with a company, whether it's protecting you and your data, and then whether they can give you a clear idea. I want to download my patient demographics. They need not have to prevent, because so many times I get a customer saying that, sir, ಅದು download ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, just ನೋಡಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅಂತ. But for me, when according to the government of India law, the law in India says that the vendor is nowhere, doesn't owns the data. It's owned by the customer. That's number one. Second is that it should be part of the agreement. And third is, you should be able to access it, download it, the patient demographics. Certain information you can download it in its own format, but the software should give you the flexibility of downloading it. That is how, Ministry of Health in Saudi, they visit the hospital, and they will ask the doctor to say that, hey, I want to have download your Excel of your patient information. Can you show it in the system? So I demonstrate, step by step, go to this particular screen, select what is that information that you want to download, and then click a download into Excel, give a path and download it. So that will make sure that the data lands up locally in their premise. That is one of the clause for the ministry. So the same way that is going to come up here as well. Just be aware that you own the data, not the vendor. So that is the kind of a thought process that you should be in. Okay. So I would go to the next slide, which is, what is happening, the trends in the market. So always you would come across various companies. Cipla gives you a kind of an diabetic management, app, or maybe something free of use, free to use, and even they might pay also. That's a different thing. But there is something going on behind the scene that you would have signed up for anonymizing your data. That is, they remove the patient demographic, name, ID, etc., etc., but still the patient age, sex, gender, whatever it is, they keep it along with various information. So the same thing you could analyze for yourself as well. So the doc choice is coming out with an AI tool which will be an assistant to every doctor only for their hospital. It's not looking at anything else. It will stay with you on your table. Whenever you want that to be enabled, you can enable it. Otherwise, you can disable it as well. So that will pick up the information as you enter and keep suggesting you, hey, the same patient last time, with the same problem, we had, diagnosed this, or, we had done CBC something or extra X-ray or whatever it is. So that is what we do. That is the latest trend. Okay. And then analysis is all about your own family. That is, when you put up a hospital, then all your patients are your family. Then what's happening in your family is the real thing that you need to know. What's the trend, how many of them are getting sick, or what are we thinking about them for next 5 years, 2 years, 6 months, 3 months. How is that I would be involved in that. So the engaging that information, engaging with a patient or a group of patient with a specific pattern, that is going to be the key. That's what the corporate hospitals are doing it. If I've gone for my blood test, with one of the corporate hospital, exactly 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, they would say, hey, we are waiting for you. Your kit is ready. So those things are missing here for the local players. Every year probably it's happening everywhere. Maybe 5% minimum, max of 30% are moving across from one place to another place. So this analysis will certainly help you. What is the percentage that you have a new patient walking in? What is the percentage that you have been attending to the existing patients, etc.? So that's analysis. This is what is the key, which will technology should help you to get yourself updated. Okay. So this is, analysis part. Then the third is, in analysis itself, you have to audit your own data, whether it's correct. It's the accuracy of your own data is what you need to uh, just make sure whatever the data that is entered, is it correct or not. That's a kind of an audit kind of a thing of your own data. And this makes you comfortable from the compliance perspective, from flexibility, robustness, and then how the industry trend is happening. So that is very critical to audit your own data. So as long as you maintain your data, then you can audit your own data, which should not take more than 5 or 10 minutes, or maybe 30 minutes every week. And these are the things that we need to look at. And of course, um, engaging the patient is what I feel is missing. Missing in a sense, like, if somebody walks to you and talks to you, yeah, I feel okay, that's happening. But once the patient is out of your hospital, then I feel they should be reached out at least once in a 6 months or a year, or maybe 3 months, and then we need not shy. It is just like, you can say, I have a family. We do festival, we do gathering, we actually have a marriages, we send out an invitation card, we make sure that, okay, we are conducting this event at my house, at my farm, or whatever it is. So this engagement, similarly, it happens in the patient as well. Okay. So health is the key parameters, nobody would ignore that. Of course, if they are ignoring something, then probably it's because of financial limitation, or it's a physical limitation or something. But certainly you can tag them, how do you want to reach them? And if at all, if the patient is not responding, what could be the reason? Okay. So I feel this is what is missing from an uh, you know from an individual hospitals, wherein we are not really outreaching ourselves to many patients. And this is my one of my research, wherein because of this reason we are losing at least minimum of 5% to max of 30% every year. And because the talk goes around, it can take a different shape because they're in public. So it has to be reached very commonly. It's not about asking somebody coming and take your blood test, or taking an x-ray, or having a checkup. But I think that's where we come out with the camps, we come out with an various outreach drive. So this is a place where you can use a lot of technology part, make themselves engaged, and then give information to certain extent, so that there is something going on. Okay. So these are the some of the trends in terms of data, in terms of migration activity. And then uh, the second point, and the third point is what is just one slide. And this is, I have much more detail, but I don't want to bore with a lot many electronic gadgets, etc. But planning is very key for a hospital infrastructure. Make sure you have a proper network, proper cabling. Otherwise, it can be expensive. It can actually make your aesthetic value of your hospital go down, because they're hammering nails everywhere and putting up the pipe. Make it wireless. And then make sure that your electronic gadgets are well connected. Like, say, you have an ICU, you want to see the data from somewhere else. You have a cameras, you want to manage it. Then you have so many things doing these days. You have a remote camera, somebody watching, somebody nurses watching it, or something like that. So from that perspective, make sure you have a Wi-Fi network, LAN cable, and then your electricity points, and then your networking points are well planned in advance. And if doesn't exist, you can still always use a Wi-Fi with an gigahertz speed, put up. It's in a one-time infrastructure. Investing it is better option. So reachability of your every corner of your hospital is the key part. And in your other than that is your systems. So these days you have a touch monitor screen in your consulting room. Patient walks in, already their photo, their past history is already there on the screen. The doctor walks it along just by touching it, by saying that, oh, you had come for these this activity. So you just browse it like a paper on a big screen. So patient is also with you. So they also get to read about themselves. And then, they want to know more about themselves. If I'm a patient going to a doctor with say a headache, I want to know why am I getting headache. It's not just that I take up a tablet and finish it off, but I just want to know how is the perspective from the doctor, what else he is looking, because patient is not revealing everything, right? It's an independent body. I may not tell everything to my doctor. What am I doing? I might be drinking every day. It's going to be a headache because of alcohol, or maybe something else. I'm listening too much of music or something, right? So those things will come out when they're with you. You are making the patient forthcoming to more information. Of course, I know you're the best people dealing with more than 200 people every day. So I keep that to you. Okay. So from the electronic perspective, have a nice touch screen, bigger one, 17-inch minimum tablets. Have multiple ones, because sometimes it doesn't work. And then make sure that you are keeping yourself you know well used. Even if you are not around, it should be made sure that it's not abused. It should be kept well. All that needs to be done. That's all about the system. And from the security perspective, make sure that you start keeping the security from the internet perspective. That is, make sure certain system gets information, certain system they don't have browsing authority for watching a movie, downloading, uploading, all that. You need to have a professional person coming in, because even if you call somebody local, they're already in tied with your admin or whatever it is. I see every router is not managed in my customer pretty well. Okay. And that's the kind of a place where a doctor has to know, because being an owner, I need to know, whether the locks that have been used, is it opened just by me or by somebody else also? So these are the things that you need to, keep in mind. So with this, I just want to, I think I've taken enough time, more than what it was given to me, but I just want to give more time to more discussion and, more interactive. So these are the some of the key things that I want to drive through, and I'm ready to take up the questions, please. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Vittal sir, with your extraordinarily good update about the fundamentals of migration, with all the requisites what you're told about how migration from one system, one software system to another software system is going to be safe and secure, as well as your detailing about the hardware. One thing, sir, what I was expecting is the hardware, which Windows system is more preferable in long usage, as well as Mac system. I thought if you can just give a bit of information to our viewers. And
Yeah.
one more thing, sir. What was required by me is, now that in the migration process, that is conversation from the previous software agency to the newer software agency, that is yours. We had already once discussed that if the previous agency is using cloud for the
Mhm.
storage, you can always convert the whole data into Excel sheet, or you can provide storage to the same customer in the form of iCloud, by allowing them to rent some cloud space in your software. And this part, can you please highlight a bit, sir?
Yeah. So we have a specialized team within our own company, wherein, say, for example, somebody comes within a Docon, somebody comes within a Charlie, somebody comes within a Healthplex. So, somebody comes within a Insta Health. As long as the vendor is allowing you to download the data in an Excel format, we can upload that back into the our own doc choice system. That is making making your migration of your existing information, which is residing with your current vendor, to move on to the doc choice. That's what we are doing it. And we are even going to a one step ahead, wherein we analyze your database from your existing vendor, and then we advise, okay, what kind of information that is movable. Like, say, there might be certain information which we cannot move, like, say, free flow text. We do not know where to put it in. But if it is not completeness of the data exists, then we can download it in Excel and keep it for your further inquiry. But however, to make it more meaningful, we analyze every database that we come across, and then how are we converting that is what we are actually giving a plan to the hospital, sir. That is, the Excel is the point, and if the data is huge, like, more than few lakhs, then Excel also is not a appropriate application. So we have to download it in text with a specific format, and we upload it back into our system. These are some of the things that we have done for our customers in order to move their existing data to the doc choice. That's one. And the operating system perspective, right? Windows these days has become much more easier because the Microsoft has done lot many things, but still it vulnerable to various activity because we don't maintain the firewall, we don't maintain certain flags in the system. So by default, those are open. That is why we hear negativity about the Windows, but otherwise it's in a good system as long as you maintain your system perfectly being used from how uh, switching on the personal firewall, making sure your router does not upload anything or download anything. Those kind of things is what we always advise. And of course, Mac is also a pretty good system which has its own pros and cons. And you have these days Linux as well coming into a picture, like you have a Linux systems available which are very friendly, like Mac is also a Linux box previously. They made it user friendly. So you have an Ubuntu. I have seen various doctors using an Ubuntu flavor, somebody using Red Hat. And these are the things that you can think about how you want to keep your operating system perfectly. But when it comes to the dock choice, all it needs is a browser. And of course, you need your other activity like a Word document, PDF, or etc. I think you could choose Mac, or you could choose Windows, or you could even choose a Linux operating system as long as you are comfortable. You should not struggle within your own system, when you are in front of the patient. So these are some of the things that we could always look at. Yeah, thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you, sir.
bringing that
Thank
into the topic.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I just while the talk from your end was going on, Dr. Shivkumar Lakkol, sir, our immediate past president, Dr. Chiniwala, sir, our incoming president, and Dr. Ravi Kumar Chaudhary from Bijapur had joined. So I welcome them, and I now request all our viewers for the today's meeting. Please come with your questions if you have any in your mind, so that Vittal sir will be happy to answer your questions, sir.
Good
Pawan,
evening,
sir.
especially Dr. Jaspal Singh and Vittal ji. Very well narrated regarding this digital information given by him. Really, we heartily welcome this setup. Since long time we are waiting, definitely it will come very fast around, all around our state. Everybody will go for it, I think. All the best, sir.
Sir, we have
Thank you,
completed
sir.
6 months under your guidance only, sir, Lakkol sir. It was inaugurated in the function at Bidar under your guidance only. And now we are 6 months old, so we want to mature still faster. I just seek all your blessings so that we convey the message to all the members so that they take up this software as early as possible.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your words, kind words. Yoganand Reddy, sir.
Nothing from side my side.
Your side, sir. Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead because I'm busy traveling somewhere.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Dr. Jaspal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, madam.
Yeah, you wanted to start with the 100 members initially, no? Have you started that trial?
Ma'am, not 100 members. We started with almost 10 trial members, and the trial was over a period of almost 3 months that we gave. And all those members who had taken trial, we had some kinds of queries with them that what are the problems they had faced and what were the difficulties. and where they all are happy and satisfied, because these members who were given trial run in their hospitals, some of them were also having a software by earlier vendors, so they had a good comparison, and we got a good feedback from all those vendors, doctors who gave a trial in their own hospitals, and they are now the customers, and they are all happy using this new software, madam.
Okay. Okay. Then when do you want to officially say anybody can buy it now?
Ma'am,
What
it's
is the
already,
deadline?
we are waiting, because
Waiting. Yeah.
as we already have started selling this since January officially, and
Okay.
many, almost around 250 plus members have taken the demos to their hospitals, and many have taken more than two, three demos, and they are just having some phobias, like, about how the old data will be transferred, how their system is going to be secured, and how IMA is going to endorse this new software. Some are, Vittal sir, I would like to bring out your views. Some are also of the view that the software is being very, very cheap. Other softwares are very expensive in the market. Whether this is really a genuinely very good software, they're questioning, Vittal sir.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
How can we are giving?
Yeah.
So these are the queries, after which we have come to some kind of this thing, that by giving the software, actually Vittal sir agreed, because Dr. Yoganand Reddy sir, Dr. Madhusudan sir, and we all, narrowed down to make it more convenient for our people at Karnataka to, give a faster accessibility and take the software at the earliest. But some are doubting why it is so cheap, why they are giving us when there are other softwares in the market which are like so expensive. How can the software, which they say it is a good software, and coming at such a lower price? This is what Vittal sir has brought to my notice, that some people have questioned him also.
Yeah, yeah. No, I just want to. Many people are actually not aware. I've been asked 2, 3 times whether you're launching or something like that. So
No,
that's why.
ma'am.
Can you
We,
start sending a WhatsApp advertisement or something to
we
different
have
groups?
sent WhatsApp advertisements. We are, bombarding
We have not received any
messages.
actually.
Vittal sir,
No,
I think,
message you can make a small video, video, and then you post it on the group, no? So we'll share it in our respective IMA groups.
Yes, ma'am. I'll send.
sure, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have made video, which was actually sent earlier, and every month IMS Focus magazine is also, showing this page, that please join IMS Doc Choice,
Yeah.
and it's down to we are giving a full page of advertisement in every month. That is almost last 6 months we are publishing in our IMA Focus magazine also, ma'am, and we want our
No.
members to know it also.
No, but I would suggest my simple suggestion is, if you make a small video and start posting in the WhatsApp
sure,
group,
ma'am.
it's more attractive to see, and more people will try to get into it. The
Yes.
IMS software, something, let us make it a little more attractive. Yes.
Yeah. We are also having a thought process wherein we want our IMM seniors to also endorse this particular software, because we have also used this software for last 6 months, saying that we from the IMA endorse the software, so that you all be safe and secured enough to take this product, which is very good product. People are taking it, but after taking 2 or 3 trials, some people are hesitating. We are talking to them regularly.
Hello, Jaspal.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hello.
Sir. Sir, sir. Good evening. Please
Good
tell,
evening.
sir.
Good
Yes,
evening.
yes, sir.
So already you were having some other software which are using since almost 2 to 3 years. Now,
Yes, sir.
how it is to get it conversion to our?
Yes, sir. Today's meeting was only the same thing, sir. Conversion and migration. Today's meeting was for that reason only. We wanted to, take out the phobia from the minds of our doctors. So, Vittal sir, would you please be able to answer? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. In fact, what we can do is we can have a one-on-one session, because it involves little bit more depth. Who is the vendor? How is the data being stored? Whether you have an access to that information, and what information that you want to bring over to the new doc choice. That is, you want to bring in just a demographic information, or you want to bring in the clinical information or a lab information. We have all those tools which will help to pull out the information from the other product, as long as the vendor is flexible enough to give you the data. The moment you tell them that we are going to move out, then there may be some hesitation or some untoward, so it could go in a different direction. So it's better to analyze first what is the information that is freely downloadable from your perspective, and then look at whether that information is good enough for you to migrate, and then we will do the rest of the job of uploading it into DocChoice, sir.
I think Chinivalar sir, you have been given some information, but I will ask Vittal sir to in person speak to you about how it can be safely done, and you can get the things worked up, sir. Okay,
Normally,
sir.
what I've seen, like if you ask, that is what happened to one of the customer in Dharwad. InstaHealth was their previous product. So the moment, we, came into a picture, they said, oh, you cannot download. But legally, they cannot say that. But who has the time to go against legality? Yeah. So these are some of the things that you can look into it, sir. Yeah.
Hello, Jaspal.
Yes, sir. Please tell me, sir.
Is there any person who can come to our place and do this migration or conversion?
Sir, actually now everything can happen also online, sir. But Vittal sir has been questioned about this particular aspect of some person visiting. Except for a bit of a cost factor, which is going to be a bit this thing on the side of Vittal sir for sending a person to physically attend and do all this. If at all it is basically very much required and requested, sir, I think Vittal sir would be happy to do the same assistance. But a bit of requirement like some persons who visit and doing all that would be costing a bit very meagerly, but it is going to be slightly heavier on the pockets.
The thing is because we are not familiar with this software.
Yes, sir.
So if any person comes and do it, so that we can.
Sir, actually, what has happened, sir? We have brought the whole thing package it into such a cost cutting and most effective way of making it lower on the cost as well as annual maintenance side. So Vittal sir is facing this particular issue, and I think he'll definitely be cordial enough to extend his support in this view also, sir. Vittal sir.
Yeah, I'm with you, sir. Sorry to bring up this monetary aspect, but I'm giving a licensed version, for 1 year for a cost of say one family dinner. Whatever I spend for one family dinner in Bangalore is what is the cost of my product for 1 whole year. So we have come to that cost actually. It's not that I'm complaining about it because I agreed it wholeheartedly. But when I look back, the demands like say a personal visit or on a multiple demos or the amount of stress, that the employees also take, I think I felt there is a little cost to be added on only based on the request. Say, for example, you request us to come down there. Maybe first meeting, we will have an online meeting, analyze, prepare ourselves before coming to your place physically, and then we come there and make a productive use of the visit. Otherwise spending money in IT is very, very easy, sir. Without doing nothing, I can spend 1 crore every month. Okay, nothing, because this is what happens everywhere in a IT sector. You can start designing without any productivity, but it's very easy to spend because it's a expensive resources available in the market. So we'll first do online, and then once it is, we feel okay, we'll come down there physically and then do it. Yeah, we can plan for that, sir. It's going to be
please
planning.
continue, sir. I'm sorry. Continue,
no, it's it's just a planning of one person, sir. Somebody comes to your place, maybe he will stay in your nearby your hotel in your place and then work for a day and come back the same night. Something like that we can plan on cost basis.
Yes, sir. Vittal sir, I'll just come and Dr. Chinwalar sir is the incoming president. He is from Gangavati, and not everybody. I think there are very few. I think not even 5% of the members who would be requesting for a personal visit because we are not very strongly equipped with supportive staff who are technically advanced, tech-savvy. So in such cases, I think you can be slightly liberal enough to extend your help in setting up your system in their your software in their system. And I think not all, but a few can be asking you for such support. So you please cooperate, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Certain,
Jaspal.
sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Jaspal,
Yes, sir. Sir,
once
please tell me, sir.
is
Tell
it
me, sir.
possible to visit each and every branch and
Ah,
give
sir.
this talk
Ah,
about
sir.
this product, so that whatever the products they are having, they
Yes, sir.
may get converted into this one.
Yes,
So
sir.
otherwise, only in this virtual meeting, only few people will attend.
Yes, sir.
So
that's
other
why.
IMA members won't come to know. So
Agreed,
it is
sir.
better to visit each and every branch of Karnataka and
Yes, sir.
explain about this product.
Definitely, yes, sir. It's a very good idea, sir. But the thing is, because each and every branch visiting by these company members was also discussed earlier, was found to be a bit difficult. We thought that we will make videos, educational videos. Now today's video is about fundamentals of migration. The previous one was the advantages and disadvantages of having a software in the hospital for OPDs and hospital. So such videos are being made through the meeting, and we can circulate these to all the city branch chapters through their president secretaries group, so that they have the information. And if the branch, especially now, for example, a branch like Bijapur wants, they are having some 10 members who are ready to take up the software, then we can always request Vittal sir to send a member who can install in 10 hospitals or minimum 5 hospitals. This is what we had also discussed earlier with Vittal sir, that if in bulk people in different districts are interested, he will definitely send somebody who will give demo, who will also try helping them with installation process, and can educate these people also, sir.
Because the other private companies,
yes,
they
sir.
come to the hospitals, each and every hospitals, and they trade this.
I know, sir. I know, sir.
Because by this virtual meeting and on online this one, it
yes,
will
sir.
be difficult for each and every member to go through this one, because it is totally a new subject which you have not come across in our medical career.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vittal sir, we can stop sharing, screen sharing, so that we can see each other while discussing.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir, please, sir. Chinwalar sir, your views are well taken, sir. We will have a discussion with Vittal sir how best we can help in this particular aspect, and we will find a solution for this also, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Madhusudan sir.
Thank you, Vittal sir.
Thank you.
We're thankful for your information. Only thing, because we are not familiar as you are. So we people like us, we want your total cooperation, so that you can send someone to our places and give this one demo, so that most of the people will have.
Yeah, sure, sir. I will plan for that. Yes, certainly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir.
So during any CME programs of each and every branch, they can visit and give demo.
Yeah. Sir, Madhusudan sir.
Yeah, Jaspal.
Yes, sir.
On conference, 5 minutes slot ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡೋಣ.
Right, sir. ಕೊಡೋಣ, sir. We'll give a 5-minute slot. Also, last time we had given them a stall also, so that all the members who were interested, we had kept brochures, we had kept
Yeah.
this thing,
One more,
posters. We will do it again.
plan.
Yes,
One
sir.
more plan is,
Yes, sir.
through IMA state branch, we can send a circular to local branch,
Yes, sir.
wherein during their CMS, regular CMS, one
Yes,
of the representative from the doc choice just can talk to them virtually.
Yeah.
So that they can stream that talk on their screen.
This
So that
was
at least
yes, sir,
among
definitely
150 branches, probably 10-15 branches will accept it.
accepted. Yes,
That we
definitely.
can plan. Tell Karunakar to write a letter to local branches.
Yes, sir. I'll do that, sir.
Yeah.
Actually,
That can
sir,
be done.
Bangalore, I think some request was also placed, and there were some one or two branches. I think one is Bangalore branch, one is Mangalore branch. They had requested, and there was some mass detailing which was given to them also, isn't it, Vital sir? I think Sridevi was telling me that there was a request, and Bangalore branch there was some detailing given to more than 10 to 15 members at a time.
Yeah, so we did a demo actually. We did a lot of demos for various member groups. Okay, and then that is what is happening now. I have Indresh who can come to any branch at any time. Okay, so I have actually recruited him only for this particular purpose. So in fact, he went to Shumaga very recently, and he came back, and in Bangalore also he is going to do it. So he is now in Bangalore for next 1 week, so he can move around and talk to various group. That is what is a plan from our side. And on top of it, sir, maybe we will get into more details like this was the second topic. Third topic, we can choose something very deep dive, like how is this specific functionality in this product is working. That is what is going to be beneficial to everyone. So these are the some of the things that we can plan, sir. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Good, sir.
Yeah,
Nazma?
Jaspal,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please tell me, sir. Please tell me.
there are two aspects.
Yes, sir.
One is people like us at Chiniwadar.
Yes, sir.
Other one is a junior most.
Yeah.
So to catch people like us is difficult. I have a software, I'm not using it yet for various reasons. So though I am the strong proponent of the software and involved in so many things, I'm still not using it for my own reasons. Okay, I agree for that. And this is a senior generation of like us. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
But the clue is, even in my hospital, there are junior people.
Yes.
So I feel we need to organize certain talks to the postgraduates. Okay. So who come out of the institute and start their practice. So you can catch hold of junior doctors.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir. Yes, sir.
That means postgraduates. Specifically, postgraduates is the final year.
Accepted.
We can give demo. You can give demo. We have a very, very organized network of junior doctors association. Okay.
Yes,
so you can catch hold of those people. Second point is, I think we need to talk to Karnataka Government Medical Officer Association and the Association of District Health Authorities and KPME officers.
Okay, sir.
Because see, we have to somehow popularize this very good software, and the best people to percolate, best group to percolate is a new doctors who are starting their own practice. So they won't come into contact of the IMA in the beginning. They start joining IMA, they start showing interest in IMA only after 2-3 years of their practice.
Yes, sir.
So we need to catch hold of KPME district officers, DHOs, and introduce the software, which is a very, very doctor friendly, cost friendly, and we can catch hold of. After all, every hospital which is started is having a software.
Yes, sir.
We are not picking that particular group of hospitals. A new hospital which comes in Bijapur, yes, I think we should catch hold of them.
Yes,
so that you can start building the bulk. Then, of course, we have to concentrate people like us, and you have to train us. And somehow many of us think that the software can be learned by being physically received by you.
Yes, sir.
Somebody coming to my clinic. It is not a ventilator. It is not an incubator. It is not in some other medical equipment wherein we need some demonstration before we use.
Sir, I'm comparing it with the Netflix. We buy
Yeah.
Netflix and we use it just like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, see that by the way that Chiniwala spoke, I understood that even me also to some extent take it as some ventilator like instrument which I start using. I want somebody to come and demonstrate.
Yes, sir.
No, this is not the kind of an approach towards as medical software. Okay, so
Yes.
this you have to this particular aspect as you have to resolve for seniors, and it is
Agree.
very difficult also.
Yes,
we
sir.
are all not. I am tech friendly, but I am not instrument friendly. What can I do?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I know
Yes, sir.
everything. I know how it works. I know theory. I know everything. But when I start using it, I just need somebody else. So you please catch hold of the junior doctors, postgraduate students, one group. You start arranging them so that they'll come out. When they come out, they want the cheapest one available in the market.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and catch hold of KPMA officers so that they introduce the medical IMA software through KGMO to the new entrants.
Okay, sir.
And though it is not mandatory, this digitalization is not mandatory, it is very useful. And ABDM and all these things are optional even now. And we still do not want to endorse the mandatory ABDMs. Okay, IMA is not mandating. But a day will come somehow, as he said, where it becomes mandatory. Or we also get used to it. Okay, we have to catch hold of youngsters. Forget about us.
Yes, sir.
We will somehow, when we start losing our practice, then we will somehow fall behind these softwares. Okay. ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋದು ಹಿಂದೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಮುಂದೆ. But you have to catch hold of the particular group of doctors who just enter into the market.
Agreed, sir. Agreed, sir.
That's what I feel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will earmark such people, and we will try to talk to them. Whoever have got newer interest generated, sir, and we'll go ahead.
You catch hold of junior doctors.
Yes, sir.
Catch hold of KPME district officers.
Yes, sir.
Start introducing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jaspal.
Yes, sir. Please tell me, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Yogananda Reddy has given a very good suggestions.
Yes, sir.
Just you can carry on.
Yes, agreed. Agreed, sir.
Accordingly, so that this one will become popular.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, Dr. Gadi Divakar, sir, anything, sir, you would like to add?
Yeah, good.
Good evening.
As Dr. Yogananda Reddy sir suggested, so
yes,
the older people definitely they'll have some apprehensions regarding for the first time starting using this software, and to have migration, which Mr. Moka has clearly explained how easy it can be done. So it needs like how to make it popular. It needs some more introspection and some more time and brainstorming how it can be made popular. But as of now, it's a very good software which comes at a very affordable price. That's all.
Thank you, sir. So, Salia, sir.
One more point I just want to add, just Paul and Singh.
Yes,
see, even any other software available in the market do not have the bulk of users, but they are charging more and surviving.
They are charging more and surviving. You are right.
Yeah, even they have not reached us.
Agreed.
Yeah, don't feel bad. So we are not charging more. That's why we are finding it difficult to survive. So it is just 6 months old baby. You just introduced everybody.
Yes,
that's
sir.
the only thing I just want to advise.
Aggressive way of introducing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salia, sir, would you like to add something, sir? Okay. Sir, Ravi Kumar Chaudhary, sir. Mahesh Karigoda, sir. Okay. I think, sir, anybody would like to have any queries answered Vittal sir is here. Lakul sir, would you like to ask anything?
Jaspal sir, one second, as Madhu rightly suggested,
Yes,
giving some time during the conference, it will help in popularizing. That is one step ahead in popularizing this software.
Yes, sir. So plus, Mr. Indresh is here, who belongs to Dog Choice. Recently, we have started making, Naz madam, it is also for you that we have started making, videos. Now, 2 videos are ready. 2 videos are ready, and he has shared with me. We are fine tuning with other videos. These short videos are of 1 minute videos, which we are making. And now OPD billing and OPD case sheets and IPD case sheets. These two are ready. We are every small thing like uploading documents and this such videos we are going to make, and we are going to circulate to all our members, so that even this particular aspect, like how it is chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, OPD billing, IPD billing, then uploading documents, like this we are making chapters, and this will be circulated to our members. If they want, they can see it 10 number of times, and if they are having any difficulty in understanding the process of how the software works, they can use this particular video to help themselves. And still, if they find any difficulty, we are always there to help. And in spite of all this, if there is any difficulty, we had also decided that we will request for a physical kind of a visit. And this is all in process. We are going on. We are trying to cut the cost of Vittalji. But anyway, we are all very much interested that this software should be, bombarded to all our colleagues and friends, so that they develop their interest. Okay, ma'am?
Vittal, sir.
Yeah. Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Vittal,
Yeah.
I think
Yes,
each district KPME applications can be followed up on software. New applications under Karnataka Private Medical Establishment Act for starting new hospitals. You can assign that job to one of your staff, and you will get the list of new applications very easily, because they have to upload on software.
Okay. Noted down.
And you can track them.
Sir, can I add here, sir?
Yeah.
Pawan sir wants to say something. Pawan sir, please, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding the videos, as Naz madam told, regarding the educational videos, how to use the software is different thing. What we can do is the launch of this software by IMA. That video, if we can share in various groups, and if possible, Moka sir can help us out with this, that because it is tied up already with IMA, we should not be having any problem in sharing our contact details with Moka sir, so that a bulk SMS or a bulk WhatsApp message can be forwarded.
Pawan sir, this video was, in fact, the video we had already started in the October's Bidar conference. We had started sharing.
Yes.
And it was already put, sir. And in the month of October, November, and December, we went on putting this video in many sites. The same.
No, what happens? What happens, sir? In websites, many people might not see.
No,
in
WhatsApp
groups
we have
also,
put,
what happens? In groups also, what happens is the moment it is shared, subsequently, if somebody forwards some other messages, this is left out. So let us now, one phase of transferring on a group marketing is already been done. As sir said, let us target on individual basis now, so that each member will receive the forward of that video, and then subsequently, if anybody is interested, we can put in even the contact details, whom to contact in that, along with that message.
Okay, okay. Because even this video was sent by Vittal sir's team through there. You have your own group, right, sir?
Yeah, we have a WhatsApp integration, sir. We do a campaign as well. So we have a big group. So we send it to everybody.
This was also sent, sir. But we will restart, sir. We will restart in a shorter video. We will do it again, and so that we can revise our way of aggressive marketing now. Okay,
sir,
madam?
Sir, actually, IMA has a policy of not sharing the contact details about the members.
Yeah.
So in the next working committee, we can as well take it up and get an approval for sharing with the IMA linked software.
Accepted, sir. Accepted, sir. On, sir. You are right, and we'll do that.
Dr. Jaspal, alternately, you send it to different president and secretaries individually, no?
We
And
have
then
sent
they can share it.
alternatively also, we have put it in the president secretary's group also. Yes, ma'am. We have sent
because
this.
none of us have received in the groups. We can ask them to share it. You start it again, so that when it comes, no, we will just share it now.
Agreed, agreed. Okay, ma'am. We actually, this was sent in the month of October, November, December, regularly, every once in a week, once in fortnight, we had continuously sent, and nobody was responding to these videos and messages. So then we stopped. We will continue again.
Yeah, yes. We'll continue. Bombarding is the
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Jaswal sir, so if I may add something to that, Vittal sir. So see, we, broadcasting was done through, Doc Choice WhatsApp business account, right, sir? So in the previous, right, sir? So if IMA can have, the WhatsApp business account on its own name, so that the broadcasting can be done through the WhatsApp business account, WABA account of IMA itself. So that will make much more sense, than sending it through Doc Choice. That is what I feel. So that people will immediately look at it. So there is a message in the phone which has come from IMA WhatsApp. So if that is feasible.
IMA has got various WhatsApp accounts on different committees' names, sir. Having a business account again is a bit of questionable by some. This thing we'll have to go through a process of putting it in our meeting and taking the permission, as well as there are some protocols. We'll keep this in mind, your suggestion, and we'll take a call on that. Thank you very much, Indresh, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. So, if there are no more questions, may I request Dr. Pawan Kumar Patil, sir, to propose the vote of thanks?
Hello. Good evening once again, everybody. I thank our president, Srinivas sir, in his absence, and the president-elect, Dr. Chinwala sir, for being all the time in this session to know in detail and further developments of the IMA hospital software. I also thank our secretary, Dr. Karunakar sir, for starting this meeting. I thank Vittal Moka sir for briefing us all about the software from California, giving his valuable time. I thank Dr. Jaspal sir, ever enthusiastic, taken a lot of pains in bringing up this software for IMA. Thank you, sir. I thank all the past presidents, Dr. Yoganand Reddy sir, Dr. Shivkumar Lakkol sir, Dr. Madhusudan Karignur. I thank all the members for your active participation. Dr. Naz Madam, Dr. Anuradha Parmesh, Dr. Mahesh Karigod sir, Dr. Divakar Gaddi sir, everybody in this hall. Thank you. Thank you once again, and good night.
Dr. Chaudhary sir, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir. Have a good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir. Thank you and good night. Bye. We'll end up this.